Have you ever wondered where evil truly began? Not just the first sinful act, but the very first evil thought. The Bible tells us about the fall of humanity. But what about the fall before the fall? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most profound questions in theology. Where did Satan's first evil desire come from? Let's start with who he was before his fall. Before he was Satan, the adversary, he was Lucifer, a name that means light-bearer or morning star. The scriptures, particularly in passages from Isaiah and Ezekiel, paint a picture of an incredibly magnificent being. Ezekiel 28 describes him as the anointed cherub who covers, suggesting a position of immense honor and proximity to God. It says, "You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering." Imagine that. He was created flawless, wise, and breathtakingly beautiful, walking in the very presence of God on his holy mountain. So, if he was created perfect, what went wrong? This is the heart of the mystery. The Bible makes it clear that God did not create evil. Everything God creates is good. Therefore, the capacity for evil wasn't implanted in Lucifer. Instead, the Bible points to something that arose from within him. Ezekiel 28:15 says, "You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, till iniquity was found in you." Notice that word, found. It wasn't put there, it arose. This leads us to the crucial element, free will. Like humanity, angels were created with the ability to choose. They weren't programmed robots, they were beings capable of genuine love, which requires the freedom to choose to love and obey God or not. This freedom, this power of choice, is the soil in which the seed of pride could grow. The prophet Isaiah gives us a glimpse into Lucifer's internal monologue, the very thoughts that sparked his rebellion. In Isaiah 14, we read a series of 5 "I will" statements that reveal the core of his corruption. He said in his heart, "I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will also sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." Let's break that down. I will ascend. I will exalt my throne. I will sit. I will ascend. I will be like the Most High. This is a crescendo of self-glorification. It's the sound of a creature wanting to become the creator. His focus shifted from worshipping God to wanting to be worshipped. He saw his own beauty, his own wisdom, his own power, and instead of reflecting that glory back to the one who gave it to him, he began to covet it for himself. This is the birth of pride. Pride is essentially self-worship. It's the original sin, the root from which all other sins grow. Lucifer looked at himself and became his own idol. He was no longer content with being the most magnificent created being. He wanted to usurp God's unique position as the uncreated, sovereign ruler of the universe. He desired not just to be with God, but to be God. This wasn't a sudden flip of a switch. It was likely a gradual process of contemplation. He dwelled on his own perfection. He began to feel he deserved more. This contemplation, fueled by his free will, led him to a choice. He chose himself over his creator. The first evil desire then wasn't an external temptation. It was an internal corruption, a self-generated thought of rebellion born from pride. He looked at the glory of God, and instead of awe, he felt envy. Think about it this way. A perfectly clean mirror reflects light perfectly. But what if that mirror could, of its own accord, decide it wanted to be the source of the light, not just the reflector? It would cease to fulfill its purpose. Lucifer was that perfect mirror. He was created to reflect God's glory throughout the cosmos. But in his pride, he wanted to generate his own light, to be his own source. And in that moment of choosing self over God, iniquity was found in him. The light-bearer chose darkness. This explains why his fall was so absolute. there was no one to tempt him. He was the first to twist the gift of free will into a weapon against the giver. His sin was purely and entirely his own, originating from the depths of his own heart. The consequence was immediate and catastrophic. The same Isaiah passage continues, "Yet you shall be brought down to Sheol, to the lowest depths of the pit." He was cast out of God's presence. His name changed from Lucifer, the light-bearer, to Satan, the adversary. So where did Satan's first evil desire come from? It came from the misuse of his own perfect God-given attributes, his beauty, his wisdom, and most importantly, his free will. It was a choice, born of pride, to love himself more than his Creator. He became the author of sin, the originator of the rebellion that would later spill over into our world. Understanding this gives us a powerful warning. The same root of pride that caused Lucifer's downfall is a danger for us every single day. When we focus on our own achievements, when we desire glory for ourselves, when we think "I will" instead of "your will be done," we are walking down the same dangerous path. The story of Lucifer's fall isn't just ancient history, it's a timeless lesson about the destructive power of pride and the supreme importance of keeping our eyes fixed on God, the true source of all that is good, beautiful, and worthy of praise. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this deep topic. If this has been helpful for you, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking the truth.